All right, we are live. So, hey everybody, I'm Charles Smith, and this is the T-Shirt Millionaires live show. And I've been doing this show probably over the last few weeks, and the whole purpose is to bring you the dopest people in the T-shirt game, whether it's T-shirt brand owners, experts, advertisers, suppliers, whoever it is that can bring value and add a great conversation to this T-shirt space. That's what I want to bring to you. But today, I have a special guest. I mean, I'm talking about extremely special and extremely dope. Her name is Shanise Griffith. She is a part of the T-Shirt Millionaires Mastermind, and she is the owner of the dopechickco.com. And we have an amazing story. This is a lady who has generated over 6 figures in her brand this year. She has done some amazing things. I've watched and seen her growth throughout this year, and I just really want her to tell her story as inspiration to anybody out there that is trying to get traction with their brand. She has done it, and I definitely want to walk through. So, Miss Shanise, I appreciate having you here and you taking the time. Tell me, or tell us, who are you? Who are you, and what do you do?
Hey everybody, I'm Shanise G. I am the CEO and owner of the Dope Chick Co., formerly known as Simply Dope Tees, formerly known as Made by Merch. I actually rebranded my company 3 times in 1 year. I am a mom of 2. I'm a grandmom of 1. I have a dog who's Brooklyn. That's my baby, and my husband Brian. Very family oriented. I love my family. You'll see that, and if you follow me, it's all about my family. My family works for me and with me. That's it. I'm just basking in the glory and living in this T-shirt life now.
Right. So y'all look. So Shanise, she's been so inspirational. You know, every now and then Shanise will send me a screenshot of her Shopify sales, and I'm just looking at these numbers over time. And so this last one, she ended up closing up shop for 2020, but this last one was amazing, and we're gonna work our way through there. You know what I'm saying, towards the end of this conversation, but. Shanise, you started out with the Simply Dope Tees, and now you're the Dope Chick Co. Tell me how long you've been doing your brand, and how did you get started?
So originally, I'm a certified serial crazy entrepreneur. Like, I'm going to try any and everything. I'm the girl that grabs a handful of spaghetti, throw it at the wall, and see what sticks.
I love it.
Originally, back in 2009, we had purchased our first home. And we started, I used to love Yankee candles, and I would buy candles, and I started getting sick. And come to find out, I was allergic to the fragrances that they were using. Fast forward, my husband bought me my first candle kit for Christmas. I started a candle business. The candle business was doing well until it wasn't doing well anymore. The candle business actually put me like $28,000 in debt. I had to continue working. So that I can pay off that debt, which I never had the opportunity to pay off, because in 2018, March 9th, 2018, I walked off my job after 13 years as a civil service employee. I was mentally and emotionally drained. I didn't want to do it anymore. And I just knew that I didn't want to work for anyone anymore, because I didn't feel like the effort that I'm giving the job, and I was a state employee, the effort that I was giving the job, they weren't giving it back to me. So I would go home exhausted, complain to my husband, just all types of stuff. And shout out to my husband. He is amazing. He has supported me from day one with flaws and all. So, and what kind of made me decide that I didn't want to work for anyone anymore? We went to a retirement party. One of my employees was finally retiring, and my husband walked in and he was like, I thought we was going to a retirement party. It looked like we had a nursing home party. And I was like,
Lord. That's an eye opener.
And I said, so on our way home, he was like, you want to end up looking like them? I don't think you want to end up looking like them. And I'm just like, but it's a job, like it's job security, this, that, and the other, and blah, blah, blah. But it kept going in the back of my head, and I just kept trying to figure out things. So I started going to interior design school. I launched a brand called So Chic Decor, where I made custom pillows. That did pretty well. And then I just dropped the ball on that one. And then my unemployment ran out. So when the unemployment ran out, you got to go back to work. So in August of 2019, I got a job working as a benefits specialist for this Fortune 500 company. And it was a customer service job. Horrible. And the anxiety, I just got diagnosed with severe anxiety. I probably had it all my life, just didn't know what it was. And it was just too much. So I started in August 2019, and November 2019, I decided that I wanted to start a T-shirt brand. So I started doing my research. And then I ran across the T-Shirt Millionaire podcast and YouTube video. So every morning when I'm walking my dog, I got my ears plugged in and I'm listening to Charles' podcast. And he's telling the story about when he was at his lowest and he was selling newspapers and this, that, and the other, blah, blah, blah. And my heart just sank because I was like, I feel like I would have a better chance at being a newspaper girl than working where I'm at, you know? So I just started following Charles. And then he did the Recharge Your Shopify store. And I got in on that webinar. And once I got in on that webinar, I was like, oh, I like this. Let me see. So I reached out to Charles. So Charles probably, I don't even know if Charles saw this or if he was the one to answer the emails, but I was so broke. And as long as I was able to keep up the bills that I was responsible for in the house, my husband never knew that I was so broke, right? So I was so broke. So I wanted to join the mindset, the mastermind. Right. And I went in and I set up Sezzle because I know I didn't have the money at the time. And I'm like, oh, he got Sezzle. That's what's up. So I go in. Sezzle was like, oh, you only got approved for $200. I was like, what?
What you mean?
I was like, how you gonna accept Sezzle for this actual product and tell me that I only got $200? That's not enough.
Right.
So I was like, I reached out to Twana. Twana's my boo. And I was like, hey, sis, I was like, are you in the mastermind? And she was like, yeah. And I was like, how do you like it? Blah, blah, blah. And she was like, oh, I love it. This, that, and the other. She said, you would do good in there. It helped me so much. And we just started talking or whatever. And then that stimulus check came. Ooh. I said, baby, when that stimulus check came.
Oh, wait.
Listen, the stimulus check came and my husband got out the mail. I was like, damn. Oh, I was just going to give him some. So he was like, we got to check. And I was like, babe, I just need X, Y, Z. I want to get into this mastermind class. You always telling me to bet on myself. You always telling me to invest. I want to get into this mastermind class. I got into the mastermind class. When I got into the mastermind class, my bank account was negative $347. And I had $34.18 on my PayPal.
Wow.
And I was just like, listen, I'm going to figure this out. So I got into the mastermind class and I was so scared to run Facebook ads, but I was doing my best. And I got into the mastermind class, I believe in May, either April or May. Okay. Nonetheless, Charles and I got on a one-on-one 15-minute call and he did some stuff and told me to click here and click here and click here. And May, we did $1,200. May, we did $2,200 in sales. Right? Fast forward to June. June, we did $15,000. So from whatever, and I can pull it up. So for whatever we did in May to $15,000 in June. July, we went back down to like $3,000. And Twana was like, don't think about it. June was a unicorn. I'm like, shit, I need every month to be a unicorn.
Right.
I'm like, what do we need to do? And then I had that big issue with Facebook overcharging me, taking extra money out of my account, overdraft my bank account again. Back to that again. But I was like, you know what, Lord? We're not doing this. We're going to figure this all out. So Charles and I got on another call and he was just like, okay, this is what you need to do. So he was like, click here, click here, click. I'm just clicking. I'm clicking and saving. I don't even remember where he told me to click. I just clicked and saved. And ever since then, I take that ad, I duplicate it, and I create something else. And as I was telling Charles, and then from there, what I do is if another expert comes on, I pull a little bit from what they're saying. I add it, I duplicate another ad, I add what Charles said, and then I turn around and add what Justin said.
Right,
and I duplicate another one, I add what Charles said, and then I turn around and add what the other person said. Then I duplicate another one. So I just keep duplicating, and I just keep storing them.
Right. So I want to unpack this, because you didn't giving us a whole bunch right now. So first off, when you started out your journey, you had this whole, serial entrepreneur doing all these different things. You know what I'm saying? Ended up getting in debt, right? You ended up leaving your job because you felt like you couldn't work for somebody else. And I truly relate with you, and I understand what you mean. Like, I know how it was. I always say I felt like my soul was dying when you went ahead and you broke free, right? But then you came around, you did more projects, and you ended up creating this brand. And at that point in time, you talked about the mastermind, and you didn't have the money at that moment. When you created that brand, Shanise, what was the vision behind it? Who were you targeting? Who were you trying to sell to? What were you creating at that moment? What were you doing when you created that?
So originally, when I created Simply Dope Tees, I just wanted to sell T-shirts.
Right.
I just wanted to sell T-shirts with dope slogans on them. Right. And I just started creating my own slogans. But then I thought about it. I was like, I want to do more than T-shirts. And I want to cater that specific chick who's the dope chick. Right. And that's what I started focusing on, just creating something for the dope. And it's not even a race base. It's just, if you're a dope chick, this is for you. Right. You can be a plus size dope chick. You can be a petite dope chick. You can be a tall dope chick. Right. You can be a trans dope chick. I don't care. It's for you, and that's what made me want to start creating more visual content as far as just different like designs, like this sweatshirt, like the hoodie that I have on now. Right. This is our bestseller. Right. This has made us over $40,000. This one design.
The dopest chick in the game. Wow.
Right. The dopest chick in the game has made us over 40K.
Wow.
So, and then just listening to different people say different things, like, you don't need a million and one designs. You don't need this. You don't, and then even you saying it. And I just focused on what was working. I have 2 designs, the dopest chick in the game and dope chick with bougie behavior, that has brought me to it has brought me to 6K. Right. It has brought me to 6 figures. And then other items like my fedoras, handbags, booties, stuff like that, that has actually now brought me over the 6-figure hurdle.
Right. And so this is your website, and like you said, dope chick in the game. And so the dope chick in the game is that so you sell them in different colors, right?
That's correct.
Amazing. So we always talk about customer avatar out there, and you carved out your avatar. Wasn't that they were a demographic or they had to be a certain age? It was about a personality, right? A flavor, you know what I'm saying, to draw those people to you. How would you describe that avatar?
That avatar is any human being who has the confidence and don't mind wearing it and can care less how anybody feel. That avatar is for those who, if they want to wear a crop top, I don't care if my stomach stick out my pants, I'm going to put this crop top on. Right. And it's just so much to the point where we're able to just be in our own space and be proud about it. Be in our own form of comfortability and be proud about it. Amazing. And not have to worry about what somebody else is going to think, or worry about when you go outside how somebody's going to look or perceive you, because dope chicks don't care.
Dope chicks don't care. That's dope. That's dope. That's dope. Unapologetic. And I know that's your swagger. That's how you carry yourself, right?
Period. I struggled for a long time, but when I got it, I was like, this is it. You either love me or you leave me alone.
I love it. So okay, Shanise. So you've got this brand, and you've taken like that avatar is who you are, and you're spreading it, and you're building up this brand. And you talked about it. You came in and you started running ads. And so tell me, the first month, how many thousand was it when you started running ads?
It was like it was like 3,000. I had it written down. I left it upstairs. It was like it was like 3,000. It was like $2,438.
Okay. All right. Right. Now, one thing that I want to talk about with you is, I know in mastermind meetings, I remember early on you had like all these creative ways like of pushing your stuff. I know like you talked about creating a Facebook group and putting like your VIP members. Tell me about that. What are these creative things? Because I know you said you used to do certain stuff in your candle business that you brought over to your T-shirt business. Tell us a little bit about that.
So, just from a perspective of nurturing your warm audience, I created these two Facebook groups. Originally, I had one, but then I thought about something that you did with your abandoned cart sequence, and I did that with my abandoned cart sequence. So I copied and pasted that, and I created another group. So I have two groups. I have the Dope Chick Tribe, who has purchased up to $500 worth of product from us. And then I have the Dope Chick Click, who has purchased from $500 and up. They have different coupon codes. The Dope Chick Click gets the drops before the Dope Chick Tribe does. The Dope Chick Click, we do different things, more exclusive stuff than the Dope Chick Tribe does. But once the woman, the female or whomever from the Dope Chick Tribe gets to that $500 mark or $501 mark, they automatically go into the Dope Chick Click. Now, when they get in there, they be like, okay,
it's going down.
Said something.
Okay.
So, and what I did was I set up a segment for once they reach that dollar amount, they get an invitation to go into their prospective groups.
Right.
And you get in there and you nurture them. And it's just like an email list. It's just like a text list. You just continue to nurture your warm audience. Sometimes your warm audience, sometimes you might not have to run an ad because your warm audience has already gave you $10,000 in sales in 1 week. From text messaging, email marketing, and then these groups.
Right.
But for me, I decided I wanted to continue to, go into turbocharge with the ads because I wanted that data. I wanted to keep the cold audience coming in and get them to a place where now they know, like, and trust me.
Right.
They're in one of my Dope Chick groups.
Right.
Okay. And now they're getting all of the benefits.
Right.
All of the glory of the benefits that we have to offer them.
Exactly. That's genius. I just remember us having our meetings and you talking about that, and I was like, that's a unique angle. Like, the extra work that you're putting in these extra just segments where you're throwing people in a group and offering them great benefits. To me, I just thought it was genius. I mean, you're right. If somebody has bought from you before, nurture your warm audience, right? When you have new products, give them specials that they can, use to be able to get those products again. It's easier to sell to somebody who has already bought from you, and you did that, right? And you did it in a very, creative way. So yeah, I just wanted to touch on that because I remember you talking about it in our mastermind meetings. And so, okay, so let's fast forward a little bit. So you come in, you in the group, you start running ads, you got 2,000 some, then you get to your next month. Then you had a month that you said was like a dud. Did you say that was like July?
July was the dud.
Okay. And how August was for you? Talk about July. Feel free. Why do you feel like July was the dud? Why?
So June was the 15K.
Okay, 15K.
15K. And then July we went down to like 3K.
Right.
Like $3,000. I was like, well, dog, that's how I was in May. And I was like, I got to do something. So then, Twana came in and Twana was like, all right, we're going to start doing daily goals. And she shared something. And she was like, and if you notice, every time I reach a daily goal, I would come in the group and I'd be like, go. And I started and I piggyback over Twana. And I was like, I don't care where I was at. If I reached that goal, I was yelling go. I was yelling go in the grocery store. I was yelling go in Walmart. I was yelling go in our mastermind group. I was yelling go in our family group text. Like I was and it was just giving me an incentive to go hard and go harder and go harder.
Right.
Fast forward to August. So August, we actually doubled that. So we went from that whatever that 3,000. See, I don't remember the little numbers.
It's all good. The number. That's all we need.
Because you know why? Because Tawana said it best. If you don't put in that amount of work, then you don't get those amount of results. And that's how I felt. So August came through and we did like $7,500. We did like $7,500 in August. And then came September.
September. Now, before you get to September, Miss Shanise, before you get to September, so Shanise, like I said, Shanise, so every now and then she'll come to and send me a message on Facebook, and she'll send me a screenshot. Charles, look at this, and I'm like, Shanise, like, well done, keep going. And like I said at the very beginning of our interview, the last one that she sent me her entire year. And I don't know, Shanise, you can tell me if you want me to share this. If not, I won't share the screen. You want me to? I won't.
You can share it because I ain't got it. I might have made it.
Right. You made it. Well, we run in business, right? It's cost and profit,
that's right.
But at the same time, you said September, and there's this graph and there's this line. And I just think that that's inspiring. When I saw it, I was like, look at this growth that you had consistently from September throughout the rest of the year. So with that being said, if we came over and we look at this real quick, y'all, we come over and Shanise sends me this screenshot and it's 164K. And if you look at this, October, September through December, constant growth going up. So I want to hit on that, Shanise. Tell us and let us know, what were you doing during that period of time to have consistent growth for the last 4 months of the year? What were you doing? What was going on?
Facebook ads. It was the Facebook ads. And what happened was I never turned them off. I just let them run because I felt like if the business was paying for it itself, then I would just let them run. I won't bother them. I won't if I wanted to do something else, I just duplicated it or did something new. I didn't want to touch what was working, and that's what was working. Even through the election, I never turned my ads off. I never turned them off. And I was speaking to the guy from Facebook, Ryan, and he was like, "That's the best decision you could have ever made." I didn't change. I didn't touch the dollar amount at that time during the election time. From the month of November, from November 1st to the 15th. I ran my ads at $30 a day. On the 16th of November, I duplicated the ad and I started running my ads at $100 a day.
Okay. Wow.
Okay. And then I just let them run. And then I duplicated the ad again, and my lookalike audience was popping. So as of today, my lookalike audience is still running at $275 a day for the dopest chick in the game.
Wow.
My lookalike audience for Dope Chick with Bougie Behavior is running at $200 a day.
Right.
And then my two cold audiences are running at $150 a day.
Wow. So let's first talk about that and let's break that down real fast. You took a jump in these ads as far as your ad spend, daily ad spend, right? So you're not playing around and doing 5, 10, like you're running hundreds of dollars a day. For mindset wise, Shanise, how did you overcome that and be like, look, I'm just gonna go for it? Like, because that's what I feel like it takes is I believe in what I got going on. I'm just gonna try to bet the house on it and put something into it. How did you get to that point mentally to take that jump and take that leap?
You enjoy. I was like, my ads are running at $800 a day. I was like, okay, baller.
Wow.
I ain't $800 a day, but okay.
No way.
And then I said to you one day, you was running the ad, and I was like, so coach, how much you running today? You was like, I didn't drop 200. And I was like, okay, baller, okay. And then I just was like, you know what? Let me just try it. What's the worst can happen?
Right.
If I make $200 that day, that ad paid for itself.
Wow.
Whether I made it from my email marketing, whether I made it from SMS marketing, whether I made it from the group, the business is still paying for itself. Right.
And you ain't got to be coming out of pocket. It's paying for itself, costing everything. And that's big. I think that's a huge thing. And a lot of people run into is, okay, I'm playing at this level. How can I take it up to the next level? And do I have the belief that I'm just going to, I'm going to take this little sum of money that I have and I'm going to start putting it towards growth, right? And you did that. and you saw that it worked for you, you stayed consistent. So kudos to you, because I think that is one of the big roadblocks for people at sometimes is how do I continue better on myself? So, okay, so you got these ads running, you spending $100 a day. Then what? Then what's happening as we get into Q4?
Well, so December 9th, I believe, I did 30K in 9 days. And I sent you the screenshot. I was like, Coach, I did 30K in 9 days. You was like, yo. I was like, I'm gonna bet on myself and see if I can do 60K. You was like, you got it. And I just kept saying, you know what? I'm not gonna touch the ads. I'm gonna leave them alone. I'm actually getting ready to look up something right quick. I said, I'm not going to touch the ads. I'm going to leave them alone. And I'm going to see if I can do 60K this month. Right. So as of right now, as of today, I don't know if you can see that.
I see that. 64, 860, 98. I see.
That's where we're at. And it's more so, I'm just leaving it where it's at. And I've learned that although I am a very, I like instant gratification, and I'm spontaneous, and I am, how do they call it? I'm impulsive. I also need to learn how to be still. And that's one of the things that I've been learning through this journey, these last 6 months, how to be still. Well, the pandemic has got me still anyway, because I'm scared.
Yeah.
If you sneeze on me, we fighting. If you talk on me, we fighting. Right, so let me just go and stay in this house and work in this house, and then just make sure I just go to Walmart and Wawa. That's it. Right. But for the most part, just learning how to be still and understanding who I am, and then also not being fearful, because faith and fear can't live in the same space.
You said something there. Oh my God. You said something else. That's serious. That's good.
Right. And you have to bet on yourself. You have to bet on yourself. You know, Twan has this shirt that I love that says, always bet on a Black woman. And I'm just like, I'm betting on myself.
Right.
On myself, you know?
Right. No, that's a beautiful thing. And, you know, faith and fear, they can't exist together. I think that's a strong quote, and that's a fact, right? You just have to believe that fear holds you back, right? And you push past and you bet on yourself. And I think that's everything, right? You had this belief, even from where you came from at the very beginning of the journey, you continue to persevere. I mean, look at that growth, Shanise. Look at what you just talked about, right? We're going from where you said, well, you had negative in your bank account, to now it's like you got this screenshot of $60,000 some months. I mean, come on, man. Like, I'm so proud of you, and I'm so happy about what you achieved. So the next thing I want to talk about is I'm scrolling through Facebook the other day, and I see Shanice's page, and she got the whole family in the basement, and you know what I'm saying, Pops is over there doing what he do.
Yep.
And they got boxes everywhere, and they got, you know what I'm saying, like shelves with shirts, right? And they just, you know, they just move, and you moving units. Tell me about that. How was it? What did you do? Because you got your family working with you, right? And you told me about different things of what you could pay to, you know, different people. Like, tell me about that experience and what that meant to you, right? To be able to come so far and do that.
So I just felt like, Twan and I, me, Twan and Treese, we have a lot of conversations every day. And I just felt like I used to laugh. I would laugh in the back of my head, because Twan would be like, I pay this person to do this, and I pay this person to do that. I'm like, you can do that yourself. And then I thought about it. I was like, do I really want to do it? Do I really want to press shirts? Do I really want to pack orders? Do I really want to pull orders? Right. So pandemic got bad. My son lost his job. My daughter-in-law lost her job. And hubby, he's still working, because he works from home. Right. And I'm just like, how much y'all was getting paid a day? Right. And because my daughter-in-law, at one point, they like cut her hours. And I'm like, these kids have bills to pay. They can't come back home to mama. Right. Let me see what I can do to help them stay in their place. Right. So I'm like, how much are you guys getting paid a day? And they were like, well, we were getting paid X, Y, and Z. So I'm like, so if I match your salary, will y'all come work for me? And they were like, yeah, you're in a comfortable environment. You know, I know you, you know me. I mean, we fight. We go toe to toe. Me and my son just went at it last night because he pressed the wrong shirt again. Right. And we gonna talk about something. That ain't his job. His job is just the press. So I'm like, fool, you gotta look at the transfer to know that if you that match the package slip. But anyway, and we fight, but the understanding part of it is the fact that we get the job done.
Right.
So I'm paying them. I even had to pay my husband.
I love
money.
Right.
I was like, how many days you work? He was like 4. I was like 2. So, and I paid him, but just to be able to, number one, pay them,
right.
Give them lucrative jobs, pay them, and be able to get the orders out.
Get them out
with less stress as possible, because the more orders that go out, the more come back in. Because what I've noticed is as soon as they see that shipping confirmation hit, I'm getting more orders. I don't know if it's them. I don't know if it's the fairy godmother of orders. I don't know who it is, but they just keep coming in. Right. So we just built up a system. We bought racks. We bought tables. We turned my office into a whole fulfillment pressing operation, and we just was getting the job done. Me and my son on press, my daughter-in-law putting up shirts, pulling orders, and packing on the other end. And then hubby came down and packed. And then the month that my mom was here, she was packing. So so the help is there. So if the help is there, why not go into overload? Why not figure out how we can just continuously keep this going? Because the more orders we get, they continue to get paid. So while they get paid, they want to work.
Right.
Now that's alleviating the stress off of me. Now I can figure out I got to figure out what part I play in this, because I done already designated the jobs out to everybody. So now I got to figure out what part I play in this. So.
Right. So tell me this, because I think that's amazing. And that reminds me, when I saw that, I was like, that reminded me back when I was in Father's Day and I had to get family and friends and just all type of stuff in the house. And so, you got people to pack and print and, do these different things. So what part do you feel like, what part of the business do you like the most, Shanise? What do you like the most as far as everything that you could be doing?
I like the Facebook ads now.
Okay. You like marketing and bringing in. I like
the marketing. I like the content creating part of it. I'm getting more understanding with that. Klaviyo. I love Klaviyo. Just going in and playing around with the flows and stuff like that. My website, I built that website. I'm actually building my next website, because I told you about the story when I paid that person that $1,300 and it wasn't what I wanted. And I tried to get a refund and they said no refunds. And they said I can keep the template. And I went online and found that it was a $59 template, and you charged me $1,385 for a $59 template.
Right. That's crazy. Yeah, they trying to bust heads. So cool. So got it. So you like the content, you like the marketing, you like the ads. And so, what do you feel like is, so you're still, for the rest of the year, you still running ads, you're still selling, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool.
It's changing now.
Cool. So what is next for you? What do you envision, right? Because you have come so far and you've achieved so much, and it's so inspiring. I know people in here, I'm looking at the comments, and they just saying like it's inspiring, right? Awesome concept. You know what I'm saying? Like, what do you feel is next? Where do you want to take this next, Shanise? What's the big vision for the Dope Co and Dope Shit Co and what you got going on?
Well, the Dope Shit Co is eventually going to be a we're contemplating if we want to just keep it as the Dope Chick, or if we want and do a sister company for more boutique-ish. Right. But as far as the Dope Chick, we're actually in the process of moving into a 2,500 square foot office space.
Right.
As of our lease starts February 15th.
Right.
And then from there, my goal is to hire 2 people.
Right.
An assistant to my son and an assistant to my daughter-in-law. Right. And because my ultimate goal, and the reason why I wanted to keep this in-house is because my ultimate goal is to give back to the community. So I'm all for second chances. Right. Because I've been given a second chance a couple of times.
Haven't we all? Yeah.
And for the most part, just the family dynamics of, family being in and out of prison, family being in and out of rehabs, this, that, and the other, and blah, blah, blah. I just want to help and see how I can assist with cutting down the recidivism rate in our community, at least by 1%. So if I can hire someone from a reentry program, someone from a treatment program, and give them that sense of, man, I can do this, because there's other people out there that's doing it, but I don't feel like they're paying them. They're paying them as if they're still criminals and drug addicts. And I don't want to do that. And I want to be able to give these people an opportunity to get back into their family dynamics, go back to taking care of their children if they have children, and just be able to be comfortable in their space. So giving these jobs is going to help, not only help us, but it's going to help them. And that's the mission. That's the mission, is to cut the recidivism rate by 1% in our community.
I love it. I love it. That you got a good heart to be thinking that way, and really want to uplift our community and give people opportunity. That's absolutely amazing. And I got people, they in the comments, Shanise, they're saying, so proud of you. They're saying, yes, I love it. They're saying, come on, I see hearts. Ari says, woo, with the hands up. So listen, that's extremely inspiring. And, I love the mission and just what you're trying to accomplish. And, when you get that warehouse, that's going to be amazing. That's an amazing step.
Yeah.
And just going to be so much growth. So I'm happy for you. So I want to ask you just a couple of more things before we close out. Okay. All right. So with that being said, Shanise, one thing I want to know is, what are your thoughts? I always say everybody that comes into the mastermind, there's no way that I can take credit for your success. At the end of the day, I have found some things that have worked for me. I just share them, but y'all are the ones who go, you do the work, you stay consistent, you're persistent, and you get your results, right? But how has the group, right? Just our community, right? Because I always say it, I feel like all the personalities and everybody in the group, just us coming together and having some of the conversations we have are powerful. You talked about just even how you and Twana and Tracy, y'all talk on a constant basis, and you're not running this race on your own. So how do you feel like the community and the mastermind has benefited and really just helped you go along your journey?
I just think that, like you said it, we the different energy and the dynamics, and we're all there for one reason. We're all there to be T-shirt millionaires.
And
I just feel like, for the most part, we keep each other encouraged. We do our best, and I like the fact that, and I don't know if, and sometimes I'm reluctant to share because I don't want a person to feel like they're a failure. But then sometimes I'm like, screw that. I need people to understand that I was you. I was there, you might not have had a negative account. I had two, you might not have had X, Y, and Z. I had $28,000 worth of debt. And just to understand that this group and what you've created is something amazing. The fact that we get together every week and we get on the live and you answer questions and we're assisting each other, even not even on our Tuesday calls, just somebody drops something in the group and we're assisting, and everybody, I feel, is given the constructive criticism to make each one of us better. Someone dropped something in the group asking about their check out their website, and I gave him some pointers, and he was just like, thank you. But then he explained, like, I'm working on it. The reason why I have more for mom or more for dads or whatever is because of X, Y, and Z. And I understood that. But I was like, in my head, I'm like, well, why he only have this for this and he have this for this? Let me ask him, and that's what I like about the group. When we have run into issues, I was looking for gray sweatshirts.
Right.
Everybody's like tagging me. They got gray sweatshirt, so just to be able to just not be scared to share,
right?
Not be scared to share where you get your shirts from, not be scared to share where you get your transfer from, not be scared to share your graphic designer or your accountant or whomever, right. That's what I love about that group.
Awesome. No, I think I totally agree with you. And I just, like you said, just the resources about everything, accountant, where people to buy stuff from, whatever it is, right? The support. And I think that is a big factor. Even for me, I always say, like, me being the coach, but I've learned so much just from things that y'all do, right? I'm asking Twana, she ended up, I bought a shirt from her brand for my wife. And she ended up, I was like, how'd you get it bleached or whatever? And she told me the way that she did it. And I was like, I didn't even know you could do that. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like stuff that we learn from each other is amazing. So I think that's really good. So with that being said, Shanise, like, what words do you want to send off to the audience and to the people to inspire them, right? Because I'm seeing a lot of people who are inspired, and I'm gonna end it off with this. What would you tell somebody who is at the very beginning stages, they're trying to get it figured out with their T-shirt brand? How would you encourage them, and what type of words would you leave them with?
I will honestly say, don't be afraid to ask questions. There are some people that may not want to share, but then there are a lot of other people that are willing to share. Also, test your markets. Even if you're not doing Facebook ads, just test, because things change. Like, I had a customer avatar in the beginning, and she just flipped. She was just like, no, that ain't me. Wow. So, and then just get out there and look for that right audience and stuff. But for the most part, just bet on yourself. Just bet on yourself. If anybody is gonna let you down, let it be yourself.
Right. Absolutely. Bet on yourself. That's amazing. I appreciate you, Shanise. Like, you don't even understand. I'm super proud of you and what you have accomplished. And you are an inspiration, and you're growing and you're building. And, whether you said something a little bit earlier, you mentioned, not maybe wanting to share with people because you don't want them to feel like a failure, but never hide your light. Never hide your light, because your light is something that if somebody else sees it, that's going to give them hope and inspiration that they can achieve the same exact thing. So I wish you many, many blessings. Keep doing what you do as we go into 2021. Look forward to seeing great things for you. And where can the people find you at?
Thank you. So guys, you can find me all over social media at The Dope Chick Co. And my website is www.thedopechickco.
All right. Sounds good, Shanise. Well, I appreciate you, and we'll definitely be in touch. All right.
Thank you. Everybody have a Merry Christmas.
All right. Talk soon.
Bye-bye.
All right. Bye. All right. Cool, y'all. So that's another amazing conversation. That is a lady that I'm extremely proud of. I'm thankful for her taking the time. It's a pleasure to me to be able to see her growth and, where she came in and how she stuck with it, and the mission that she has for a brand. It's not only about selling T-shirts, but how she wants to give back and uplift our community. The great things that, she is aspiring to do as we go into the new year, get her own space. Like, it's amazing, hiring her family. Come on, like, that's amazing, right? So I just hope that y'all took this and you go ahead and implement some of these tips and these strategies that Shanise talked about. And you just realize, like I said, if you're at the beginning of your journey, that you can make it happen. All right, you can make it happen. You can grow. So with that being said, y'all, I'm going to sign off. This is Christmas Eve. I wish everybody a happy holidays. If you celebrate Christmas, Merry Christmas. Many blessings to you and your family. As we end out this year, think about all your blessings. Think about the great things that have happened this year, even in the midst of a pandemic. In the midst of a pandemic, so many people have thrived. So many great things have happened. But guess what? Even for the hardships, we're still here, and be thankful for that, right? Be thankful that right now we can still see, we can hear, we can think, we can walk, we can talk. We still have an opportunity to get it right, even if we've made mistakes. That's what it's about at the end of the day. So with that being said, I truly appreciate it. Thank y'all so much. Happy holidays, and we'll definitely be in touch. All right, y'all be cool.